Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is still the Daily Gab, just a little earlier. Duty calls. I want to talk about illnesses. A lot of people don't understand if you neglect one form of your being, everything else suffers. For instance, if you do something to your leg or your foot or something that's used every day, if you do something to your body, like your leg, the rest of your body and your muscles and your other leg favors that leg, And then in time, the other leg wears out, and it becomes worse of a problem than the other leg that you favored. So it's like a domino effect. If you don't take care of your mind and your spirit, your emotions, if you don't take care of any one of those, physically there will be a problem. Like depression. Depression. This is a good one. If you have depression and you do nothing for it and you just let yourself be consumed by it, chances are you're going to develop things like migraines. When you're depressed, it can become a physical thing. Now, a lot of people don't understand. Oh, I'm depressed. Well, do something that makes you happy. Now, a lot of the things I say do sound like it comes like that, but I'm not saying just try to scratch your mad place and get glad. It's not as easy. Trust me, I've lived with watching depression growing up. I've seen what it can do. At a very young age, I've actually, my mom would get so depressed that I have had to get clothes for her and get her to get dressed. I would purposely make myself do and say funny things. I would do everything I can to try to remedy a very daunting situation. And I don't care what anybody says. You can judge me or my mother, but when your parent is depressed, it is your job as the child to try and help your parent. Now, I'm not saying take the role of mom or dad. I'm saying show them you love them, combat it with love. If you shower them with love, if they're an aggressive, depressed person, you can always do kind gestures. Like, hey, I made something for you to eat. Or you can go to them and say, hey, I'll make whatever you want me to make or something. Because depressed people, 9 times out of 10, they hardly ever want to eat. True. And it gets to the point where you get, I used to have an eating disorder because I too had depression, to the point where every morning I would just sit there and I was just so tired. Like, I wasn't physically tired. I got my rest. I got my sleep. But I was mentally and emotionally tired. Working in public work, it does take a lot out of you, especially around the holidays, because the holidays are the worst for a lot of people. Because Halloween, usually people have kids and they go trick-or-treating, or you have friends and you go to a Halloween party, and it's supposed to be fun, right? But there's some people out in this world that don't have kids. They want kids. They don't get that opportunity. Or they don't have friends that do the kind of partying that they want. Like, what if, oh yeah, I have friends, but all they want to do is drink and do drugs. And I'm really not about that. I struggled with those things. A lot of my Halloween time, from the ages of, I want to say 10, from age 10 10 years old was like the cutoff time, I guess, on trick-or-treating. So from the ages 11 all the way up to my teenagehood and young adulthood, I didn't get a chance to celebrate Halloween. I just sat home all the time and nibbled on popcorn and watched scary movies. I learned to be my own best friend because I didn't fit in anywhere. If you boil it down, I didn't fit anywhere. Depression can become a physical problem. It can give you the feeling of arthritis and you don't have it. And people just give it some vague category and they give you pills for it. Look, if you are actually start off spiritually. If you take good care of your spiritual self, your mental and emotional self will soon follow and click into place. Now, if you do have a genuine mental or emotional problem, doing anything spiritual will not quell, meaning calm down or fix the problems you have. Like, okay, if you don't take care of your spirit self, your spiritual health, you can have something like anxiety. I have that too. The thing is, my anxiety can get so bad where it can be a long, constant day, night, week, month thing to the point where I will randomly throw up. And people are like, oh God, are you sick? No, it's anxiety. Or you have IBS, irritated bowel syndrome. 9 times out of 10, a lot of IBS is due to anxiety, stress, or poor diet. Thing is, I'm at the point from, I purged a lot of bad things out of my diet. And I've lost a lot of weight. And, breakfast. To the point where I can't have fried foods as much as I would like to. Like, my weakness is fries and nuggets. Bet you can guess where I get those from. After I eat them, it just sits heavy in my body for a good little while. Because I don't have a normal stomach tract. See, normal people's stomach is like this, like a J, and it goes down. Mine is like this, and it comes back over, and then it goes down. So, it takes a while for food to go through my body. And if I don't put good stuff in it, I'm going to feel blah for at least 2 days. At most 3. Depends how active I am. But some people, like for instance, spiritual sickness, like if you catch bad juju or somebody curses you, which I know it sounds like people curse people. It's a real thing. You think I'm joking? There are things called the evil eye. That's a real thing. People that are of gypsy descent or Jewish descent, their evil eye is very potent. No matter how far away the line you are from that root, you can dredge it up. Like me, I can do that. I can do that, but I don't do that because it's bad karma. But sometimes I get really angry at people and I just give them the... People say, oh, that's the stink eye. No, this is my stink eye. My evil eye is the... I have a very transparent face, so what I feel does broadcast through my face. I've tried to not I tried. I can have a good poker face, but I prefer not to because I feel it is a form of lying. I put myself under strict spiritual practices, you know. I am Christian. I have Christian roots. I love my Father God. I refer to him Father God because I feel that he's more of a father figure to me. And the energy that comes from the earth is feminine. It produces, it nurtures, it heals, it cares. It's like motherly. So I'm what you call an omniist. Look it up. Omniist. O-M-N-I-E-S-T. Omniist. Look that up. You'd be surprised how many people feel this way. You're not alone. Oh, but Christianity, you know, there's so many good things about it. Yes, but there's a lot of people throughout history. Catholic Church. Now I do respect and love the manner of how the Catholic Church, you know, I like to celebrate Christianity in the Catholic way because it speaks to me. I enjoy the reverence of it. And I do believe in lighting candles for prayer because I believe that once that flame goes out, your prayer is out and about doing what it's got to do to become a reality. It's like a focal point of your prayer and your manifestation. It's also a Wiccan thing. So yeah, just think about how all the religions kind of link together. That's part of being an omniist. There's puzzle pieces of all these different religions where they fit, you know. If you don't take care of your spiritual self and try to keep a good relationship with your spirit self, as well as the powers that be, whoever you pray to, it's all in the same. If you don't try to have a good relationship with yourself, of the energies and your spirit self and our all creator, the Alpha Omega, you suffer. Because we may be physical. You know, we may have wants and needs and impulses, but we have a spiritual self that is our true selves, that is begging and waiting and needing our attention, which is why I come across as weird to a lot of people. I try really hard to speak in a manner of where it's better perceived to everybody, and it doesn't come out right. But it is what it is. I've had a lot of healers and a lot of light workers tell me that I speak in a way that someone's spirit is calling for, or I'm constantly. Working in public work, I have to be able to change at a split second. When people demand my attention, I try to pertain myself and change myself. Well, my external communication in a way where it's better perceived and understood. Sometimes it's a hit or miss because some people just don't understand because they're not awake. And if I have trouble communicating to people that are not awake, because I'm just like, hi, hello, anybody here? Wakey, wakey. And then it's like, huh? But For instance, a lot of mental and emotional and spiritual problems do get misdiagnosed. Whenever there's a problem with, if you feel like there's a problem with your emotions or with yourself, and it's not really hang on, stinking bug, and it's not really it's a mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. And it's not your body. It's always good to take some time for yourself and just relax, or talk to, not a psychic, talk to a bunch of, well, basically, the best advice I can give you on where to get, like, unbiased help is, if you feel comfortable going to a preacher, but I don't recommend it, they're just going to tell you to pray on it, which there's nothing wrong with praying on it, but sometimes you need someone to read you that just wants to help you. Because a lot of preachers, and I'm not saying all preachers, they just want a number of followers. Which is all well and good. But sometimes they go through extreme lengths to just have you be a part of the congregation and not even try to help you. They're just like, oh, just pray about it. Oh, just pray about it. No, daggone it. Our Creator doesn't want people to just sit there and wait for things to change. You got to actually be hands-on and help people. A real spiritual healer gives you the tools and the information that you need to help yourself. A true teacher gives you the tools to help yourself, to teach yourself. A dictator, which is what I like to call some people, will tell you how to think, how to feel, how to fix this, and if it doesn't work, then there's something wrong with you. A true teacher will give you the tools and the knowledge to know how to put together a puzzle. And we are the biggest puzzles to ever exist. True thing. True enough. The thing is, if you do have a genuine emotional or mental problem, if you've tried taking care of the spiritual and get yourself right, and there's still like a problem, like for instance, if you get triggered by certain things in the media or on social media or by just things that go on around you, it's not necessarily you. You just have to learn the mental, emotional, and spiritual discipline of choosing to control what you can control, which is how you react, how to cope. A lot of people in this day and age have not been taught how to cope with things. They've been taught, well, complain. What does complaining do? Well, I get it off my chest, I feel a little better. But does it fix the problem? And if this problem happens again, are you just going to complain some more until you browbeat someone to conform and change to you? That's actually on the verge of abuse to somebody. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. That is a golden rule that I was brought up on. And for some reason, it just vanished. You can control how you react, and you can control how you cope. If you get mad and upset, take yourself away from the situation for a moment. Think about it. Don't dredge on it. Don't dwell on it, but study the situation and figure out what is the most peaceful way about dealing. Well, I guess just be quiet about it. Well, you could, if someone continues to bother you, you just tell them, hey, when you do this or say this or when this happens, it bothers me. And come to a consensus. An agreement. Try to meet in the middle. Because in order for anyone to be tolerant towards you, you yourself have to be tolerant. So when it comes to an emotional, a mental, and spiritual process of healing, the best place to start is the spiritual, and then the mental, and then the emotional, because emotions are like water. They're hard to contain and they're hard to control unless you build a dam. Think about it. It could be a natural way or man-made dam. But the man-made dam would be taking pills for it. So, like for instance, I've had, after I had my surgery, I chose not to take the pain pills because I knew, well, duh, I had surgery. I'm going to be in some pain. No, crap. So I don't see a point in taking pain pills. Oh, because you're in pain. Isn't it normal to feel pain after surgery? Normal. People... So, with that being said, if you have any questions or want me to focus on any more topics on this matter, I am more than happy to. But I'm not going to sit here and claim that I am a nurse. I am just a psychometrist. No, I don't deal with the nerves. I just read people. And I can actually just touch a book and learn from it, honestly. If I thumb through it, yeah, I don't know how I do it. I wish I knew how to do that sooner, like in college and high school. So, I wish we all have a really good day today. And if you need any help, that's what I'm here for. Please shoot me a comment, subscribe. There is plenty more to come because there is no end to any of these subjects that I cover on. There's constant new things being developed and found out. So, love and light to you all. Namaste.